Hi, I'm Devin Spear, and this is Disruption Weekly for June 14th, 2024. If you missed the Apple Worldwide Developer Conference, WWDC as it's called, on Monday, you missed a lot because Apple has finally moved into artificial intelligence. They call it Apple Intelligence. Kind of clever, right? And it makes the promise that they've been working on the benefit, the real strategy to make Siri the assistant, valuable. Because a lot of people complained about Siri for many years. Well, now, apparently, Apple's been working behind the scenes for a long time and has big plans for Siri. One is to make it context and on-screen aware, so you'll be able to use Siri on both your mobile device, iPad, the Mac OS, in ways that you'd never be able to do with any other operating system, and certainly can't do with Google Gemini and OpenAI ChatGPT. It's integrated into the whole platform. They've also made a really big effort to focus on privacy, which is what Apple is known for. So they've introduced an idea of Apple Private Cloud Compute, which means all of the interactive data that you'll have with the new Apple Artificial Intelligence, Apple Intelligence, is going to be in a private cloud that no one can access, not even them. It's open to third-party audits. There were a lot of other announcements, a lot of cool apps. If you are an iPad user, the one that impressed me the most was the new iPad calculator that you can use your pen and do math problems, and just check out the demo. That's amazing. In the newsletter this week, there's also a second link on this topic where you can see video recaps, video highlights of the entire 2-hour broadcast from Apple WWDC Developer Conference. It bottom line tells me that Apple is not out of the game. They're going to be a leader, and they might have trumped Microsoft in terms of integrating artificial intelligence into their entire platform. I'm happy for Apple. I'm a longtime Apple user, and this is great news for the adoption of AI at every level. Apple also announced last week a partnership with OpenAI and the integration with ChatGPT. You can use ChatGPT in the new versions of iOS and macOS coming out in the fall. You can use it as an alternative to Siri. It's an option. But OpenAI, not because of that, but they also announced, hey, we're actually a profitable company. If you think of OpenAI as a startup, which a lot of people do, they're not that old. They just unofficially reported $3.4 billion in annualized revenue. That's was more than double from the year before, $1.6 billion. Why does that matter? Well, for a young company to be generating billions in revenue from AI, and maybe no other company is doing that right now, underscores the growth and the legitimacy that this isn't a bubble, that this isn't just a blip of hype around AI. It's real because almost all of that revenue is coming from subscribers. There's been recent debate that AI is early and that there's no economic input for enterprise customers. I think OpenAI is proving, hey, there is, and there's a lot of money to be made here. It's just fueling the growth and acceleration that I continually talk about. In the generative world, there is a new company called Luma that announced their text-to-video capability in a product called Dream Machine. Now, Dream Machine is the latest of the text-to-video tools that have come out. You remember many months ago, Sora made a splash in the world and surprised everybody that this was even possible. You could type a text prompt and see live action, high definition video. Also this week, a Chinese company that I can't possibly pronounce introduced their text to video model called Kling, which was also impressive and surprised people that the Chinese software development segment was making progress like this. But if you get a chance to go and see the YouTube video, you realize that we're all going to have, and this is a race for all the big generative AI companies to do the same thing, we're all going to have the ability to type prompts and see theatrical movie quality video output, which is going to fundamentally change the way video production, video editing is made. It might take a while before it is mainstream. It might take a little while before you go to a theater and see an AI generated film, but it's already happening. There are already shorts, and the content is getting better and better and more indistinguishable from live action film capture. So play with Dream Machine because it is open to the public, where Sora isn't yet, and you'll be impressed. In the category of disruptive technology that also is connected to artificial intelligence, a UK startup has used an AI algorithm to identify previously unknown rare earth free magnets. Permanent magnets are in every type of consumer electronic device. They make EVs work, they make drones fly. We have to have these permanent magnets in modern technology, but the rare earth part means that you're mining them out of the earth, creating a lot of environmental damage. So this company called Nexus, headquartered in London, has figured out, with the assistance of AI, how to basically discover a new, maybe it's like, think of it as a synthetic material that doesn't come from nature, but has the same properties of neodymium, the most popular rare earth magnet. Well, why does this matter? It matters because this is the beginning of AI in material sciences, AI helping to invent new materials, which will change manufacturing, change everything in terms of how we interact with tools and technology. And the same thing's going to happen at the biotech level, and it already is. AI is discovering new compounds, new molecules for the human body. So, one more example of AI assisting scientists. Now, if you're having a hard time seeing how all this materializes in the future, you might need some smart glasses. There are an array of ChatGPT powered eyewear, and Eddie Bauer is now the newest eyewear collection to add to the foray of this segment of consumer electronics. You remember Meta, the parent company of Facebook, has had a really seemingly respectable relationship with Ray-Ban in terms of their AI-powered glasses, and now this company called Innovative Eyewear is partnering and licensing their brand to lots of other companies. Eddie Bauer is the latest this week. Reebok did something last year, and this is all leading towards the more affordable and limited version of the crowning champion right now, which is Apple. Apple has the Vision Pro, Apple Vision Pro. If you've never tried a pair, I highly encourage you to go to your nearest Apple store, make an appointment. It is, and this is no hyperbole, I say it probably more than I should, but it is life-changing. It's life-changing because it shows you that that your senses, especially your visual perception, can be completely hijacked with spatial computing. And you're going to see this move down to these things. Everyone's going to have the option of wearing glasses that are aware and have intelligence. And I don't know that Eddie Bauer's is going to be the go-to, but you're going to see the technology be pervasive, and another step in that direction. And then lastly, with no political interest at all in the newsletter, presidential candidate Donald Trump made the announcement earlier this week that he wants all remaining Bitcoin to be made, interesting word, made in the USA. Well, Bitcoin is mined, and there's about 10% of the 21 million total Bitcoin that can be produced. That's in the algorithm. Only 10% remain, and that will take until the year 2140 or something. So it's illogical that all remaining Bitcoin could be mined in the US. But what it does say is that a presidential candidate is bringing this to the forefront to talk about the blockchain, and that's good for the growth of the blockchain. That's good because it will not only accentuate the value of cryptocurrencies, and he cites specifically the last line of defense for CBDCs. So if you do your homework on what central bank digital currencies are, I'm not a fan of them. A lot of people aren't if you understand the implications. So Bitcoin would be an alternative to that. The best alternative, in my personal opinion, not financial advice. And then ultimately, this is going to amplify the growth of all things on the blockchain, including non-fungible tokens and the metaverse that we were promised. So it's good that this is going to be a topic in politics, certainly for the rest of 2024. That is it for this week, Disruption Weekly, June 14th, 2024. I hope you enjoyed the recap. I hope you subscribe to the newsletter. Hope you have a great weekend. We'll see you next week.